Good morning, Philippines. Good morning, Kabalan. It's 6:30 a.m., Friday, October 11, 2024. I'm Jazel Minoria.
And it's me, Mark Linal Cruz.
Welcome to the Kabalan Pioneers News TV.
Today we have a comprehensive look at the latest business news, including market trends and local development.
Our top stories for today are
Presentor Instabay transaction hit 10.9 trillion pesos.
food retail sector growth may ease this year.
BSP ordered tighter fraud protection.
7-Eleven owner sure surge after reports on takeover tussle.
BSP issue draft IRR for innovation rep credit.
Land Bank seeks buyers for UCPB Savings Bank.
Land Bank seeks buyer for UCPB Savings Bank. Land Bank is now seeking qualified private parties to acquire its 97.5% ownership shares in UCPB SB. For 2025, the Marcos administration is poised to launch the largest privatization program in history. Bring us more information, here's Alisaida K. Cabunton, live.
Land Bank of the Philippines is selling its subsidiary, UCPB Savings Bank Incorporated, to focus on its sector. The move, approved by President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., aims to streamline resource and optimize capital deployment. The privatization is a step forward to improve UCPB Savings operational efficiency and service quality. Land Bank is seeking qualified private properties to acquire its 97.55% ownership shares in UCPB SB. The Marcos administration is set to launch the largest privatization program in history in 2025, aiming to raise the 1.1 billion pesos in revenues through the sales government asset if achieved in 2025. Privatization effort will be the largest Philippine history, surpassing the current record of 90.62 billion pesos proceed to generate in 2007. For truth and accuracy, this is Alisaida K. Cabunton, Kabalan Pioneers News. Back to you, Mark.
Thanks, Kay. Up next, 7-Eleven owner share surge after reports on takeover tussles. 7-I, Japan's biggest retailer, last month rejected an initial buyout offer the Canada's elimination crochet tard or ACT, saying the $40 billion proposal undervalue its business and could face regulatory hurdles. Here's Jansen and Dugay for more info.
Shares in 7-I, Japan's largest retailer, have surged after media reports suggested it is seeking to strengthen its position in a takeover battle, including selling a stake in its banking unit. Last month, 7-I rejected an initial buyout offer from Canada's alimentation push-tard, citing under violation and potential regulatory hurdles. However, ACT, which owns the rival Circle K brand, has vowed to pursue the buyout, making it the biggest ever foreign takeover of a Japanese firm. The Financial Times reported that 7-I is hunting ways to boost its share price and bolster its defense ahead of an expected second bid from ACT. The group is also considering selling a stake in its banking unit to increase the group's value. The Japanese Finance Ministry designated 7-I a core industry, making the takeover more complicated. For truth and accuracy, this is Jansen and Dugay reporting.
Thank you, Sen. And for more information, up next, food retail sector growth may ease this year. Daus Manila said the country's total food and beverages retail sales are expected to reach $199 billion this year, about 5.3% higher than last year's $113 billion. To bring you closer to the situation, we have Shakira Laksamana live.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture, Food and Agricultural Service or FAS Manila predicts that the Philippine food retail sector will grow at a slower pace of 5% this year due to a decrease in spending, a decrease in home cooking. The total food and beverage retail sales are expected to reach $119 billion this year, a 5.3% increase from last year, $113 billion. However, this growth rate is lower than the 9.7% expansion in 2022. The agency suggested the expansion of modern retail stores and product diversification will support the sustained growth of the food service sector. The report also noted that the food inflation is expected to moderate in the remaining months of the year due to lower tariffs on imported commodities. The Philippines remains the largest market for U.S. consumer-oriented products in Southeast Asia, providing American exporters with a strong opportunity to ship various products. For truth and accuracy, Shakira Laksamana, Kabalen Pioneers News TV.
Thank you, Shakira. Up next, BSP orders tighter fraud protection. PesoNet InstaPay transaction hit 10.9 trillion pesos. BSP issues job IRR for innovation debt credit. Stay tuned for more business updates only here on Kabalen Pioneers News TV.
Matagal lang kami ng UB online. It all started with just one ID. Sobrang na-appreciate ko ang beauty niya. Then, when my life got tougher, tinulungan niya ako. I didn't have to go out to pay or enroll my billers. Wala siyang hinihingi in return. Fund transfer can be free kasi. Lagi siyang may time for me. Even to deposit my check. Iba siya mag-alaga kahit peak banking hours pa. Move on na ako from others. UB Online is mine forever.
Sa bawat hakbang mo, mararating mo ang tagumpay. At ang ambisyon mong bagong buhay. Para sa'yo. At para sa kanila. PNB. Every step together.
Welcome back to Kabalen Pioneers News TV. BSP ordered tighter fraud protection. All Bangko Sentral supervised institutions, BSIs, have been directed to comply with enhanced consumer protection measures to safeguard them against fraud and misuse of financial assets. Here's John Fritz Breto for more info.
Bangko Sentral Supervised Institution or BSI in the Philippines are being directed to comply with enhanced consumer protection measures to protect against fraud and misuse of financial assets. The central bank has mandated a fair and timely resolution process for dispute transactions with fraud-related cases, with institutions maintaining 24/7 reporting channels. When a fund transfer dispute or unauthorized transaction is reported, the originating institution must notify the receiving institution and take action such as suspending interest, charge, or fees, holding disputed funds, and providing provisional credit if needed. Both institutions must prioritize consumers' protection during investigations and inform consumers within 3 banking days of completion. The guidelines align with the Anti-Financial Account Scamming Act RA 12010, which allows the temporary hold on dispute funds for up to 30 days. For truth and accuracy, this is John Fritz Kenneth Boreto reporting.
Up next, BSP issued draft IRR for innovation debt credit. In a draft IRR currently being circulated among banks, non-banks, and other industry, the BSP issued an updated proposal after more than 2 years of public and private consultation, where it detailed the innovation development credit. To bring us more information, here's Jaisal Mayneria live.
The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas or BSP has released the proposed implementing rules and regulations IRR of Republic Act RA number 11293 or the Philippine Innovation Act to dispense loans and financing activities for the innovation development of 11 priority sectors, including finance, energy, security, and defense. The IRR details the innovation development credit for qualified borrowers, required allocation, modes of compliance, reporting requirements, and penalty provisions. The BSP and the National Innovation Council (NIC) identified 11 sectors for innovation development, including learning and education, health and well-being, food and agribusiness, transportation and logistics, energy, blue economy and water, finance, manufacturing and trade, public administration, security and defense, and others. The required allocation for innovation development credit for banks is at least 4% of their total loanable funds. Qualified or eligible borrowers include micro, small and medium enterprises, startups innovation centers, business incubators, and other entities that facilitate and support the development of new technologies. The BSP proposed strict sanctions for non-compliance or undercompliance, with monetary penalties for non-compliance or undercompliance being computed as 1/2 of 1% of the amount of non-compliance or undercompliance directed towards innovation development. About 90% of the total penalties collected, non-compliance and undercompliance will be remitted to the BSP's Innovation Fund, while the remaining 10% will be used to cover BSP's administrative expenses. For Truth and Accuracy, Jaisal Minoria reporting. Up next, for the last business update for today, PesoNet InstaPay transaction hit 10.9 trillion pesos. The amount of electronic fund transfers via PesoNet and InstaPay jumped by over 34% to 10.9 trillion from January to August, compared to last year's 8.13 trillion pesos. For the updates, Mark Leonard Cruz has the news.
The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas or BSP reported a 34% increase in electronic funds transferred via PesoNet and InstaPay from January to August, reaching 10.9 trillion pesos compared to last year's 8.13 trillion pesos. The volume of PesoNet and InstaPay transaction surged by 64.5% to 916.58 million from 557.25 million pesos in the same period a year ago. PesoNet is an automated clearinghouse launched under BSP National Retail Payment System, aiming to promote a safe, efficient, affordable, inclusive, and reliable retail payment system. The combined value of PesoNet and InstaPay transaction jumped by 29% to 12.86 trillion pesos from 9.94 trillion pesos in 2022. The BSP is now targeting to increase the share of digital payment to total retail transaction to 60 to 70% in the next 4 years, in line with the government Philippine Development Plan for 2023 to 2028. The BSP plans to install 25 additional coin deposit machines in major cities next year. For Truth and Accuracy, this is Mark reporting.
Thank you, Mark. That's all for today's update, and that was the news of Truth and Accuracy. And that wraps up our coverage for today. Thank you for joining us and staying informed. For the latest updates and in-depth analysis, visit our website and follow us on social media. We will be back with more news and stories tomorrow. Until then, I'm Jaisal Minoria.
And I'm Mark Rinald Cruz.
This is Kabolen Pioneers News TV. Have a great day, everyone.